Hello gamers, welcome back. We actually won a run. I didn't think it would be possible. It's here, it's a Monday morning now. Look at this, randomizers up and good to go. Regular lost, Mega Satan. You know, we're living in strange times. When regular lost Mega Satan, I actually don't know how to feel. You know, 2 years ago, I'd be like, what? That's crazy. How? Well, that's a good start, by the way. How dare you? I think we gotta embrace Botfly here. Now I'm like, you know what? It could be worse. Starting with Holy Mantle's kind of incredible. I mean, again, I gotta stop thinking of this stuff entirely in Slay the Spire terms, but in my head, I'm like, there's a chance that, like, if you just build something that gives you one extra pip of invincibility, like, for example, a Book of Shadows in here, oh, man. When I get out, there's gonna be carnage. Sorry, hold on, reroll. Ooh, baby, this will give us a deal with the devil, which we'd love to see, quite frankly. Because we can take it for free. So this is a great start. But I think if we get the Book of Shadows, we gotta hold. I thought about making a tweet today, so I watched the trailer for the new Venom movie. I haven't seen Venom. I'm just like, even when I was a kid, I was not much of like a, you know, like I mean, I wasn't that into comic books, to be honest with you. Any interest that I had in comic books, this is gonna get me in like trouble with a certain subset of the nerd community. Like, that section of my brain only came online after I saw Spider-Man 1 starring Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, Willem Dafoe, Rosemary Harris, no, Cliff Harris, Rosemary, I can't go much further down the cast. Macho Man Randy Savage, of course. God rest him. Do I recognize anybody else in that movie? I don't think so. Anyway, I only started taking an interest around then, basically, and even then it was just like, I mean, I was the kind of guy, I was like, Watchmen, I don't want to read a graphic novel, instead I'll just go see The Incredible Hulk in theaters. Not an enduring character trait, or positivity. Admirable, I should say. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna re-roll these books again, man, because I really think that Book of Shadows is like a potential game winner for us here. We're off to a great start, don't get me wrong. But Book of Shadows means more than almost anything I could get from the boss room, I think. Unfortunately, it seems like we're gonna be stuck unless maybe we get a battery charge here. Anyway, ooh, I think they would have found it. There is a battery charge. I think we gotta fish for it, man. Our donation machine we've been quite nice to recently. Of course, getting the backpack would be nice too. But you gotta... This is a tactical piece of gameplay. This is knowing what you need to get and trying to make it work. I had a feeling that was coming. Anyway, I haven't seen Venom, and I don't really care whether it's good or not. That's kind of ancillary to the bit, I guess. But I do know that, and this is spoilers for Venom. I know it's confusing, right? I do know that it ends with Woody Harrelson in a prison cell saying, when I get out, there's gonna be carnage. Which I just find to be one of the more humorous lines I can imagine. And it's not like, you know, superhero movies or, you know, comic book movies, I guess, in this case, have a tendency to be, like, subtle or whatever, but it's like, oh, he's gonna be Carnage in the next movie. So in the next movie, he gets out, and it looks like, dare I suggest, that he's causing a little bit of carnage. I thought about making a tweet today that was like, holy, is this what? I finally get what he meant when he said, when I get out, there's gonna be carnage. But I opted, I guess you pick it up, huh? Why not? I opted not to make the tweet. It's unfortunate. I think it would have been a funny tweet. I just couldn't figure out how to word it properly. You know, you want to word it in such a way that it's like, people are like, if they don't laugh, they're like, at least I get it. You don't want to word it in such a way that people don't pick up on the sarcasm and are like, really? You've been quoting that line for like 2 years. You didn't even put the pieces together? Anyway. So now, it's a recurring bit, which is I don't tweet things. Instead, I tell you what I would have tweeted, and then you decide whether or not you like it or not, and it doesn't really matter that much. It is a long weekend, by the way, in BC. I think in Canada overall, a little Gertie, like, it's okay. Brother Bobby, they did dirty. Really, like a tier 0, Brother Bobby? That's painful. I don't even know if I should go in here, man. Like, could potentially backfire on you. But, again, this is a tweet that I did make. In BC, I believe it's BC Day today, but again, it's one of those... basically, if I wasn't in school when a holiday took place, the odds of me knowing when it happens or its name are very low, and I'm working on it. I've lived in BC for 9 years now. Not worth it, unfortunately. I lived in BC for 9 years. I still don't know, like, BC's Family Day is a little bit different. BC Day is the civic holiday in August. But I made a tweet that was, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Civic holidays tomorrow, but I don't even have a costume yet. Did not do as well as I thought it would. This is the theme of the weekend that just passed, was I thought I made some tweets. Maybe my dad humor muscles are finally coming in. I made some tweets that I thought were really good. And they didn't get the reaction that I felt like they deserved. Like, for example, what about this gem? Uber Eats? Yeah, I bet they do. I'm paying $20 for a burrito that costs $9.50. They better be eating good. Crying, laughing emoji. I'm just, I'm not mad or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I would have thought personally that would have been worth, like, more than 1,000 likes, but the marketplace of ideas has spoken, and as usual, it has judged me unworthy. Anyway, that's all just a roundabout way of saying it is a long weekend in British Columbia this weekend. I was wondering, because I was seeing, like, a lot of people outside. Then I look up, like, what the heck? I just Google, why are so many people here? So you don't have to put the here. Autocomplete's gotten really good now. Why are so many people? And then, of course, autocomplete is like, why are so many people gluten intolerant? Why are so many people pregnante? Why are so many people fans of the Detroit Red Wings? It just is like endless weirdness. Okay, hold on. This is of the utmost importance. You can only take one item. We definitely want to take Goat Head. Abaddon could be anything, but Goat Head could be anything. It could even be Abaddon. Wait, Abaddon is good, but Goat Head could be anything. It could even be Abaddon. Get me out of here? Yeah, why not? This is, I think, totally fine. Hey, idiot. That's me. I'm the idiot. How am I gonna fight Mega Satan? If you took a deal with the devil. Hey, dummy. How you gonna, Okay, so I might have screwed it up, but it'll still be fun. I think what's my rule is, like, as long as we insert another difficult objective. I mean, like, it's my bad, okay? Obviously, I literally was just thinking about my jokes this whole time. It's always been my problem. I'm always thinking about my jokes when I should be thinking about praising the Lord or something. Regardless, we'll see if maybe we can make Hush work. I mean, I think Hush and Mega Satan are roughly the same tier of difficulty. I'm gonna try to give you a little sauce. I mean, the point of this is not that we kill Mega Satan. The point of this is that the streamer is forced to be a little bit more uncomfortable by making an optional, difficult decision that otherwise they might not have considered likely. I will say, though, isn't it kind of like an insult to have, like, a holiday that's literally just called Civic Holiday? Like, don't get me wrong, I actually think that it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, it's practical, it's pragmatic. At the end of the day, a lot of holidays are essentially civic holidays, which is just, like, my way of saying, like, nobody's going like, oh, thank you, Queen Victoria, on Victoria Day. People are like, whoa, hard seltzer, 2 for 1. Free White Claw when you buy jalapeno poppers? I'll take 10, Yes. Nice little tiers upgrade. So calling something a civic holiday is actually, it's very frank, but simultaneously, you know, you got holidays that are, you know, dedicated to the memory of, like, individual people in Canadian history, or, you know, world history, and then all of a sudden you're like, this one, I can't think of anybody, can't think of a hero that we could possibly, nah, man, come on, you want to besmirch the integrity of civic holiday? I mean, Terry Fox he's an inspiration, don't get me wrong, but what about all those people what about all those calendars we've already got printed up that say civic holiday on them? You wouldn't want to tick off the calendar lobby, would you? They're very powerful. Maybe not as powerful as they used to be, you know, before the invention of smartphones and the internet and stuff like that, but still. Trust me, no Canadian Prime Minister has ever won re-election without the endorsement of the calendar lobby, one of Canada's great industries. So I don't know how long that joke's going to go on for, but it's a civic holiday today, so happy civic holiday to Canadians. I'll be doing, you know, what I always do on, what I usually do on long weekends, which is working and then taking an equivalent amount of time off when other people aren't off, thus raising the efficiency of my time off. Don't deny it, don't be mad. If you make your own, like, making your own hours is one thing, but in 2021, if you want to flex, you gotta make your own days. Given the choice, I mean, I will say that it's a little bit different now that I'm a family man. You know, I'm not living for number one, and you know, as Malf would perhaps describe me, living for number two. Yeah, it's a joke about pooping. I made it for him. He's welcome to take it. You know, I'm living for family now. I got other. Whoa, that would have been a nasty way to go. That's how we fight. That's how we fight. Mega Satan, I literally just spit on my pop filter, but that's the ticket right there, man. That's the ticket. By the way, I think Duality totally blows. It's actually, like, using Goathead to pick up Duality has got to be close to one of the worst trade deals you could ever offer, you know? You've spent 2 devil deals picking up the ability to get, like, 3 total angel deals or something, but disregard, you know? I know Duality's well-liked. I just think if you drill into the brass tacks, it's not that good, but, you know, now, I'm a little bit more likely to want to take the day that everybody gets off, because, you know, I don't get that much time to see my parents right now, so it's nice to, you know, if we could all structure something around when they have time off to begin with, it would be nice. However, don't deny it's real sick to just, like, craft a long weekend out of thin air. And I especially feel like I don't work in an office. I mean, I work in a room that I call an office, but you get the idea, right? It's not like, you know, I don't have incoming calls where people are like, you know, hey, get those papers on my desk. But I feel like if you did, wouldn't it be sick to work on a long weekend day? Because nobody else would, you would be uninterrupted. IBS is like a run ruiner, by the way. Cube Baby freezes monsters it kills. I think I reroll this, honestly. I'm very happy with Contagion. The World gives us a free crawl space. The Stars is nice. Death is nice. Okay, let's use the World card. I would like to say that when I said it would be nice to work a long weekend, I'm operating on the assumption that is obviously false, that you could then, later, you could take an equivalent day off instead, maybe when things are busy. Like, if you were in... You think there's any, like, accountants out there who always... This is a joke for the accounting-based people. You know, and I don't know why I'm firing, man. I'm firing on all cylinders this morning. Coffee it's the right balance today. A lot of celebrities, like like myself, they're Endgame is kind of like to be invited to give the keynote speech at like WWDC or something like that, the Apple conference, or just be a corporate entertainer. Instead of having to deal with a discerning audience, you're dealing with people who are so starved for laughter that they'll laugh at industry-specific humor that's only funny to people who do their job. I kind of feel like I could be that for accountants. Like, you're about as useful as an accountant who takes April off. Hi-yo! That would freaking crush at the Ernst & Young annual team building extravaganza. You're about as useful as an accountant who takes April off. Okay, I gotta work on the delivery. You're about as useful as a $500,000 write-down after we declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I don't know why I put on this voice as well. Hey, Tony Soprano, how you doing? Not so well. I got a $500,000 loss after, oh, you get the idea. I honestly think we just we don't have a lot of reroll opportunities here. I don't think that that was that good, but I thought it was worth a try. And honestly, I think Papula Duplex is okay. Tears get a much larger hitbox. We do have Spectral Tears already. I'll tell you, it said much larger. Though I guess okay, fair enough. I'll give you that. I think you got me there. We want to fight an angel statue here. Remember that. We don't need to fight Hush anymore, so that's nice. Dude, Contagion. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, Tony Soprano. I gotta watch... That's on my watch list. I gotta watch The Sopranos. I gotta watch Venom. One of them's a little longer than the others. Like, I think Venom's like 3 freaking hours long, man. It's all, hey, Tom Hardy. Hey, I can't eat people. I don't want to eat people. Eat them. I can't eat them, Venom. I'm not supposed to eat them. So I'm losing it, man. It's not even 9 a.m. yet on a Monday morning. This is the kind of... I need to start one of those, like, radio shows that's like, 6 a.m. the commute to work. Nice. Excuse me? Excuse me? Remember when I said Duality sucks? I think it's just because there's a frickin' door here. I think or maybe it just doesn't work in Repentance. So this is a slap in the face. But you know what? Like, I'm not taking it. I'm not... You know what? Let me go to Platinum God real quick. Platinum... because people in my chat were like, Duality doesn't work in Repentance. I want to see how it doesn't work. If there isn't an available wall for the extra door to spawn on, it won't spawn. But I mean, there is an available wall here, but let me... Repentance, Duality. Okay, I'm looking at the subreddit, the Binding of Isaac subreddit. It's bugged. It only works on old floors. Yes, it's bugged. Only works on old floors. Just had a Utero 1 boss kill while having Duality, Devil Room spawn, no Angel Room, and the chance even said 100% Angel/Devil with combined icon. Looks familiar. So seems like it can be bugged on non-Repentance floors that don't have special doors. Okay, so like it's... If it's bugged, then I am gonna take Brimstone. And, I acknowledge, like, we did this wrong. Like, we should have gone for Angel Deals instead of taking Goathead. But on the other hand, if Duality's bugged, like, I think it's one of those situations where you got a question wrong on a test, and then you got it wrong. This happened in school about 20 times. But the teacher is like, I worded the question badly, and as a result, I'm just... If you got it right, I'm giving you the points, but I'm not penalizing anybody who got it incorrect. Like, every once in a while, you get lucky like that. And I would say that's where we're at right now. So this is Necropolis 1. Anyway, instead of watching The Sopranos, I watched the Nicolas Cage movie Willys Wonderland this weekend. It's on Netflix. It's the premise of the movie. It got OP was given gold for this post. So much this it got like stuff like that on Reddit, right? When the concept came out, Nicolas Cage plays a silent drifter who is locked in a animatronic Chuck E. Cheese style, that's pretty sick, amusement park for the night and is forced to contend with murderous Five Nights at Freddy's style animatronics. Interesting pitch. I watched it because Corey tweeted, okay? Corey tweeted, just watched Willys Wonderland, oof, which is the universal sign for this movie's trash. So I, as a connoisseur of movies that are so bad they're good, I watched it. I have to say, compared to something like Cosmic Sin, which was that Bruce Willis sci-fi film that was, you know, so joyless as to be unwatchable, Willys Wonderland, it is incoherent. Like, regardless of how you feel about the original premise that has been posited to you, the movie is, it follows no logical through line whatsoever, but it's kind of breezy. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it immensely, necessarily, but I would say that it's watchable. I'm taking this. I'm just wondering, do we want a damage upgrade instead of a luck upgrade? But I think the answer is no. But I could really use a damage upgrade. But I could really use a speed upgrade too, honestly. I don't think we've been to... We haven't been to our shop on this floor. Well, then you should have thought of that before you made my map disappear. So, by the way, now we will try to make Hush work. Because, hoo-wee. Because we can't make Mega Satan work, short of getting like a... Oh my god, 3 Isaac's rooms that are all dirty. This guy needs to clean his own mirror, man. This is getting a little ridiculous. Anyway, would I recommend it? Yes and no. I think if you enjoy deliberately kind of like cheesy and bad horror movies, you could enjoy it. It's kind of like a not good Evil Dead, which is still somewhat watchable. Like, it's kind of... It's interesting to watch just to see what kind of idiocy is going to come up next. But I will also say it's one of those movies where I'm like, man... Nicolas Cage, he's just such a wild card. Like, is he good in the movie? Like, I know people might be like, I'll watch anything with Nicolas Cage in it. I would like to leave this room. Well, he's not really in this. Like, he's in it, but, you know, he's not in it. He says, I think, no words, literally, over the course of the entire production. I'm just get me out of here, man. Strength turns all pickups into hearts. What the heck? That's useless. Alright, this room's not so bad. I can't believe we didn't get hit at all on the previous fight. Oh, thank God we took that speed upgrade. I really, like, part of the... Nicolas Cage, he can act without talking, but, you know, part of the reason I would watch a Nicolas Cage movie is because I like it when he chew the scenery, you know? So we got strength and we got Ace of Hearts. What the heck are we doing? I mean, I guess we'll use the Ace of Hearts for something like that. So, this has now become a Hush run. How do I feel about that? I think it's about... I mean, again, you might disagree. I think it's about the same difficulty as Mega Satan. I don't think it's harder. I think that's revisionist history. Aquarius is kind of good now, but I don't think it's good enough. I acknowledge, by the way, if you want to be like a super stickler, if this ends up being, you know, like the second run on a 3,000 streak or something like that, and you're like, ah, well, it's actually $29.99 because he didn't do Mega Satan on that one run. First thing I would just suggest, you know, maybe acknowledge that I did everything right to be able to fight Mega Satan from the context of not doing anything right, but then getting Goathead and Duality, but Duality being bugged means that we actually can't take advantage of it, so, you know, that one's not really on me. I don't really care about making boss rush here. You know, I'm just here to have fun, man. So, just relax. +2 damage for the left eye. I would very much like to get a damage upgrade. You know, look at our deals with the devil. The first deal we got Goat Head. The second deal we got Duality. The third deal we did get Brimstone, which is insanely good, but... There must be one more, or maybe there was one that was like just Demon Hearts or something. I don't recall. I did also watch, I mean, again, this is like, why not watch good movies? Well, like, I'm not sure if I talked about it. Again, we're in a somewhat anecdoteless existence. But it's changing. It's changing rapidly. I gotta spin like 10 weeks out of this Green Knight stuff. I was gonna go see Green Knight, but then it was theaters only, and for reasons expounded upon like 3 episodes ago, I don't want to go to a movie theater right now. Namely, you know, one is the potential R0 of the Delta variant right now, but the other one is more so like, what do I do with a 10-year-old child when I go watch an R-rated movie? Let's go Streamer Room. I mean, we got 10 luck for now. And we're going to try to make Hush work. We're going to be on time. Cambion Conception, pretty much a slap in the face. Might as well take it, though. I suppose. I guess. One day we're going to get something useful. Can I also tell you, Curse of the Unknown, that's a dream. But I also want to tell you, I think that at the very least, very good odds that our donation machine is going to be, you know, pumped after this. I'm happy for that. Go ahead. Make my day. No, you can't reference something unless you've seen it, so now I gotta see Dirty Harry. Wait, no, okay, loophole. I have seen The Mask, where Jim Carrey says, do you feel lucky, punk? Do ya? Do ya? Which I think means that I now have the ability to... I could quote Dirty Harry and just say, nah, dude, I wasn't quoting Dirty Harry. I was quoting The Mask instead. There you go. So I'd love to... Oh, what the heck is going on? I guess this is maybe our ridiculous luck stat. But I want to open the angel chest, but I also want to make sure that we're not missing something valuable on the Hush floor if we're lucky enough to get there. I'm fishing for like that last little bit of super invincibility too. Like, again, if we'd gotten Book of Shadows early on this run, I'm doing it one more time, man. If we, well, then I'll do it one more time. Okay, fair enough. It paid out, or it stopped paying out. If I'd gotten Book of Shadows on that first library, it's amazing to think, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow sliding doors, what this run would look like now. It would look a lot different. Whatever, you know, you sometimes have, like, where are they nows? Clickbait annoys the crap out of me. Like, on YouTube, people are like, you said good episode, please watch. That's clickbait. But, like, the real clickbait is, like, when you go to a website and there's ads like, celebrities we lost in 2021, and there's a picture of, like, Haley Joel Osment. And you're like, what are you talking about? The man's still alive. I listened to a podcast with him, like, 3 days ago or something. So it's just lies, you know? You might say you saying you have a good episode is a lie, to which I would reply, sick burn. But please keep in mind, if I actually said bad episode, don't watch, that would be clickbait. People would be like, I gotta see this. But anyway, those, like, where are they nows, I never want to see them for the act, because it's always like, Ben Affleck, where is he now? And I'm like, I know, I saw the photo, he's on his, like, yacht, slapping J-Lo on the butt. I don't need to know. The 24-hour news networks let me know that one. What I want to know is whatever happened to the guy who played Evie's sister, Evie's brother. Hold on, you gave me an angel deal? Well, I mean, I guess we can try to, because we get one more. I know, by the way, Evie's a Pokemon. Yeah, 10 points to Gryffindor. Could also be a person's name, if their name is Eve, and then, you know, their sibling calls them Evie. Whatever happened to the guy who played Eve's Whatever happened to the guy who played Eve's brother from The Mummy? You know, there was Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz. There was Oded Fair, who played their desert guide. He's been in a lot of stuff. And then there was, like, British guy. I think his name was Jonathan. Jonathan. Maybe that's... Is he in John Wick now? Jonathan. The Mummy lives by a code, Jonathan. Okay, I've got to work on my Ian McShane. The Mummy lives by a code, Jonathan. You cannot excavate the Mummy's tomb unless you give me 6 golden doubloons. It's not there. It's not... I don't know... Jonathan. The Mummy is welcome to stay at the Continental. We do not discriminate based on supernatural monstrosity. Hey, he's paid his pirate gold just like the rest of you, Jonathan. There will be no curses, though. No curses will befall you within the walls of the Continental, Jonathan. We live by a creed. Anyway, it was whatever happened to that guy. He was also in Gwyneth Paltrow's Sliding Doors. He was kind of like he's kind of like the Josh Gad of the mid '90s. Not to damn him with faint praise, but all right. Maybe my producer is saying please focus on Isaac. Things are getting a little spicy here. This is Scarred Womb. What a terrible whiff. Scarred Womb is not a new floor, right? Like, I feel like there's definitely a chance we get an angel deal. I mean, this is... Rest assured, by the way, if we get an angel deal, I don't think I'm going to fight Hush. If we don't get an angel deal, I'll fight Hush. I got a lot of moving parts on this run. Plus, I don't know why, but I never get any respect. So I'm just going to say something, and I apologize. There's going to be a very, like, small subset of my audience that I think will be very humorless about this subject. My wife, and I'm using Borat voice here, my wife put on a video of best diving fails, and I've seen some sports bloopers in the past, right? Mostly because, like, TSN, ESPN, whenever they have no sports to air, they're just, like, you know, the same 700, like, sports blooper clips over and over. The ball hits Jose Canseco on the head and then goes over the fence, you know. Johnny Damon goes inside of the left field. You know, it's just Johnny being Johnny. But I'd never really seen diving fails. And I want to say I have nothing but respect for the professional diving community. But when a dive goes wrong, first off, it's dangerous. Like, they also showed the aftermath of some of these belly flops. Can you believe it? Star of Bethlehem, kind of sick, though. They also showed the aftermath of some of these belly flops. And, you know, they always say, like, when you hit the water from high enough, it's like you're hitting concrete. And these divers that made errors or, you know, just didn't have great dives, they had, like, bruises on their thighs that were, like, you know, I don't even know how to describe them. It was like they got hit by a car or something like that. Remember, we don't have to go to Hush. What? Oh, I went down because I always go down, but we had to go up on that one. Okay, this is just this is a cluster, man. I'm okay, like, don't increment this one for the streak. This is a neutral run. At least the banter's been on point, and I don't always say that. There's somewhere I'm like, hey, you know, what's the deal with pizza? It's good. This one, we've had some good topics of conversation, at least. Just the human mind can only handle so much, right? It's so funny, though, that, like... Oh, we might even die, but... It's so funny that we got, like, so lucky with being able to still go to the deal with the angel. I don't know, is there... Maybe, like, after Satan, there's, like, a 10% chance of delirium or something, right? Maybe we can make that work? Anyway. I gotta say, like, of all the sports out there, diving looks the funniest when it goes wrong. Like, your brain has, like, a mold for what a good dive looks like, and it really fulfills, like, almost 100% of that mold, except instead of landing with, like, no splash, they land in the perfect belly flop. I would recommend it. You know, it also, like, they showed some, like, genuine, like, gold medal winning dives. And I gotta be honest with you, like, it just gives you that much more respect for it. I'm tackling this from a position of reverence more than anything else, but the ones that are not gold medal winning do be kind of funny, though. As long as nobody was hurt. Sometimes they would do a dive and you'd be like, that's funny. And then they'd show the aftermath and they'd, you know, have like a big bruise on their thigh or something like that. And you'd be like, oh, okay. In hindsight, I take back my laugh. I think you can do that. They didn't hear me. So we're, bizarrely, I might die. Never mind. We lived. I'm rooting for Delirium. Okay, this was like, I don't know what to say. I apologize. But we did make it happen. It was a complete mistake. We had like every path open to us, and yet we still somehow screwed it up. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a good run. We made the lost not die. Thanks for watching, and I'll appreciate your support. Click the like button if you enjoyed it. Tell your friends to tell my friends we can be friends. We could do this every weekend. I'm live, by the way, on the non-weekend days, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Twitch.tv/NorthernLion. Follow me there, and I'll see you next time. See ya.